ever wanted to travel overseas? Sean, Cynthia, Aaron? Anyone ever live overseas? Been outside the country? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my experience. The best part about being in the military was having that opportunity to see various parts of the world. In my case, I got to live on a couple of continents. Asia being the first, and Europe being my final destination, right before my retirement. You know, I was given an opportunity to travel to more than 60 countries in the world. The first place I ever went to, I was stationed at, was Okinawa, Japan. I'll give you a little bit about Japan. Okinawa is kind of a small island. It's about 70 miles long and about 7 miles wide. You know, but it's a little bit of a diverse place. You'll get a little bit of diversity there. We all wanted to travel. You know, the best place we look up is either what we see on TV or probably what we looked up in the internet. You'll find all kinds of information. But I can give you firsthand information about what it was like for me living there. You know, they have Okinawa is known for their coral reef. They're almost similar to Australia, just not as large. And I think one of the best things that I liked about being on the island was experiencing the culture. You know, getting to know the local people, what they were like, kind of what similarities we kind of had in me being here from America and them from Japan. And I liked experiencing the foods that they had. It's great, it's a lot different. You know, we all have seen the diversity here in the States, you know, authentic, you know, Japanese food, authentic Italian food. Well, you know what? You can, if you've been overseas to any of those countries that they offer authentic, you will definitely know the difference, what it's like eating there versus here. The best experience I had, me being a diver for the military, was Okinawa is surrounded by ocean. There's endless amounts of caves to dive in, and that was one of the best things I enjoyed about out there. And one last thing about what I enjoyed about being on that island is there's areas out there, if you like to dive or even snorkel, there are places out there where you can go and dive for pearls. And I was fortunate to find at least a couple. So that was my adventure there. The second place, the highlight of traveling, I lived in Europe for 5 years, Italy specifically. You know, I was there for over 5 years. You know, one of the best parts, just like Europe, Asia, we all can look it up on the internet or what we see on TV. We see all these beautiful places. And what is Italy most known for?
Leaning tower. Food.
Aside from food?
Beautiful women. Rome.
There you go. Rome. All those things accumulated. We all know Rome. Most people can associate it with Venice, Milan, shopping, right, Cynthia? Fashion capital of the world. But what I can tell you, I got there in roughly the winter of 2006. Now, when I got sent over there, I originally started out in Germany. When I got sent there, I didn't know anybody. Around the winter, towards Christmas and New Year's, the military takes a pretty big leave block. Everyone comes back to the States or heads off to different destinations. Well, I didn't have enough vacation time at that moment. So a good friend of mine that I had met on my way down there, we decided, hey, we're going to hang out. We're going to go spend New Year's in Rome. Kind of like one of the big things, kind of what you see on TV every year, come around Christmas, New Year's. You see Paris, they have big old parties there and stuff. Well, Rome is just its equivalent. So it was great. And we went down there, got to eat a lot of local food, see a lot of the nightlife, and of course, Vatican City, right? Everyone knows that, where the Pope is. Well, during the New Year's Eve, coming into New Year's Day, we decided, hey, we're going to go see the Sistine Chapel. You know, what was one of the greatest things about that? Going in there and seeing a lot of what we read in the history books. You know, we've all know Michelangelo painted it, right? You know, awesome experience. You know, there's nothing like it. We've all probably read about it in history books or was taught about it a little bit in high school. You know, these famous paintings and kind of the architect of Vatican City. Let me tell you personally, it's breathtaking to go in there and just see these wonderful works of art and history. One of the last highlights I want to say about being in Italy was on my way back to Vicenza, to our home station. We stopped off this little town. It's called Cinque Terre. It's like 5 villages on the coast of Italy. And we stood up in a hotel on the hilltop which overlooked the ocean. Beautiful. It's one of those things that we all look to, or people, you know, you see on TV and you're like, wow, I would really love to, you know, to go to these places. But, you know, most people, they kind of put it off, you know, and think about it. But you know what? If you're ever given the opportunity to see them, it's amazing. You know, Cinque Terre is it's a little less known destination for where tourists, you know, want to go. But, you know, just seeing the wonderful beauty of the landscape there, the way they designed their homes up on the crest of the hillside of the ocean is just amazing. And from our view from our hotel was incredible. And of course, along being on the coast, and you got the great seafood restaurants. You know, if anything here on this little bit of traveling that I want to leave you with is this. If you're ever given the opportunity, whether it's military or whether it's just enough money, you know, money you saved up for something that you want to do, go and do it. You know, the things that you can come away with traveling around the globe is this. You'll get world experience, knowledge of their cultures, something that you can bring home and say, I was there.